emergency protective order in a family violence situation can be granted ex parte without the other side's presence. Not necessarily required to give them notice, but that's all county and community dependent. The reason why you don't have to give notice is because the stakes are low. You're only depriving them of rights for 14 days, and it's based on an allegation of credible allegation, good faith allegation of family violence. Either has occurred in the past or is in danger of occurring in the future. Texas broadly defines, under the Texas Family Code, family violence. It can include sexual assault, physical abuse. It can include many, many things that you don't think about. It's not just, a parent taking off a belt and getting out of control with discipline. It can be many different kinds of things. So, and it can be requested on the defense of children as well as for the defense of a spouse. So family violence protective orders are good for 14 days. And I talked about the 14 days a minute ago. The reason why they're granted without the other side's presence is because they're only good for a short period of time, absent a showing that they need to be extended for good cause. And so you're talking about depriving somebody's rights for 14 days before there can be a full-blown hearing, which is essentially a trial. It's a mini trial before the court on the issue of family violence. Has it occurred? Is it likely to occur in the future? And what should the court do about it? Should the court continue with the restrictions that are being imposed or not? And that's the injunction hearing. And what can happen at that injunction hearing, that's the hearing that occurs within 14 days, that little mini trial before the court, the judge sits as the finder of fact, meaning the judge is the judge of legal issues and also the finder of fact, the determiner. The judge makes the determinations of fact issues, questions that the jury would normally consider, the judge considers in this situation. Things that are dangerous about findings of family violence I'll discuss in the next segment, but just be advised that a finding of family violence can have dire consequences on parental rights and under the family code, as well as gun rights in the state of Texas, possibly. So these are all things to keep in mind. Family violence is not something to be taken lightly. Texas takes it as serious as any state I have seen, and not every county is the same in how they go about with the enforcement and prevention and punishment for family violence, but Texas takes family violence seriously.